The last thing I want you doing is smoking a cigar in a little shed.
What? I'm gone for 2 seconds. What did I miss?
He's like, I'm gonna go get a cigar. I'm gonna like chill out.
Yeah, get a
It's
cigar
like-
and chill, bro. Let him get
They're
a cigar and
Cubans,
hotbox a. Go get. I want to see. Get some sunglasses too.
No, I don't want it. I don't want the Adams show.
I don't want the Adam show either. Nobody
so-
wants that, most of all me.
So, look, we're a team. We have to stay together. We have to work together. We're a crew.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
and
our weak link could ruin the whole thing.
Ryan?
Yep.
Could be.
William? Talking about yourself. Okay. Look, I don't want to be the Wangro. Okay.
Hey, I don't even know if Wangro wanted to be the Wangro.
No, he loved being the Wangro of the crew.
Here's the thing about Wangro. Okay. He gets all the blame. People talk shit about him. But what was De Niro doing hiring Wangro?
Yeah, why include the psychopath in your
Exactly.
job?
You
I mean,
need
I know
one.
every job kind of needs a psychopath, but it
Yeah,
didn't seem
every-
smart to me.
Every crime job, you need that wild card,
Yeah, you need a guy that fucks everything up.
You need a
Then he-
hothead.
and then you can always pin it on him.
Yeah, but that's not.
That's true. Ah, that's really what's going on. Their little
He's a
scapegoat.
scapegoat.
I am like Wangro, I guess.
The betrayer.
No.
You betrayed us when you went to Mexico.
Hey,
Yeah,
he
and-
was loyal. You know, they turned on him. You have to admire his
They-
loyalty at the very least.
I was kind of confused about the dynamic. Was he in charge? So what is the main plot of this? It's one
He-
heist, right?
Heat, 1995, directed by Michael Mann. It is multiple heists.
Yeah.
So at the beginning, they you got De Niro, you got Tom Sizemore, Val Kilmer, and then you got Wangro and Danny Trejo. I guess he's the getaway driver. The first
Yeah, he's
heist
got
is
one line the whole movie.
they take out the armored car.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
That was dope.
Yeah. So this is basically like the best 90s heist movie, maybe the best 90s crime movie. Like everything in Point Break is like bigger and better in this movie. And also like Point Break, which had like, you know, the FBI investigating them. In this movie, the cop investigating them, Al Pacino, is actually good at his job.
Well, he's just obsessively dedicated.
Almost.
So it's like, he is good at it, which I guess that's what it takes, but like, is it worth it? Is it worth
mean,
it?
He's the
On his-
only
on his fifth marriage, his seventh marriage.
Yeah. I know.
Oh
These guys
no,
don't.
I'm definitely the guy that's fucking his wife. I'm not Val Kilmer. I'm the guy that's watching his TV. Yeah.
Man, that was a sick TV. By the way.
Adam's Val Kilmer.
He was hot,
Yeah,
dude. He had the
Cool
ponytail.
Val Kilmer.
But then
wife
Val
getting-
Kilmer also started that massacre at the end. They went
In
from
the
being bank
downtown.
robbers to just being mass shooters.
Well, he was defending himself against the police.
that nobody had
cops
shot
kinda
yet.
did that.
Val Kilmer shot first. He was the
Well,
one
yes.
that, and he could have gotten the car, and then it would have been a car chase. But he shot, and then literally it was just chaos after that.
Well,
Val
he's,
did not need to shoot.
he saw the cops first, so they were going to shoot at. He didn't want to get ambushed. So
They were all holding like assault rifles.
Yeah,
So
that
would
was
you do?
insane too.
true.
Play dead.
What were the cops think? Like, what? They're trying to de-escalate the situation. They just take like
Yeah,
the
and
biggest assault rifles they have.
And literally like tens of civilians were getting just picked off, like caught in the crossfire.
Yeah.
We're
That also
getting
was
way
my
ahead of
favorite-
ourselves. We're getting
Yeah,
way
I know.
ahead
That was
of
my favorite
ourselves.
scene. The
Way
extras
ahead of-
in that scene are my favorite.
We got to
so.
put this movie in context. Okay. So this movie is, when it came out, the big selling point was that you had De Niro and Pacino in the same movie, two legendary actors who had never been in a film together before. And so this was the first time that you had both of these guys, both essentially having a lead role. I mean, it's really hard to discern who is the lead character because like they're both given a lot of screen time. De Niro's crew has way more of a story than Pacino's police officer group, but ultimately, I guess watching it this time, it is Pacino's movie. That's like the thing I realized this time. It's like,
Yeah, you are kind of following him.
He's so funny in this movie too.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Why is he doing? Why is he acting so crazy?
well, there is a thing.
Best.
There's an unsaid thing that he is snorting coke like
Wasn't
all
it
the time.
Well, isn't it a deleted scene that they didn't keep in? Was his character actually was supposed to be a cokehead? This is what I heard.
Oh shit.
He's supposed to be doing like key bumps. He's like chipping,
yeah.
but he's like,
His-
he's doing little bumps.
And they had a scene where they show him, but they took it out of the movie. So all of his scenes are him acting like that, like with no context.
But there is a
Yeah, that's
context
awesome.
too. In
Yeah,
the
it's
scenes.
like an interesting choice to take that scene out.
So the first
Or
time
the
we see
cops look
Pacino
bad.
insane is that he goes to the chop shop in on Terminal Island, which is a real part of LA. He goes like past like the dog fighting cages, and then he goes to like this like underground chop shop, and then he's talking to that guy, and when he says like, "Give me all you got,
Yeah.
give me all you got," and he starts like pounding the table, like he's doing it to like make the person he's interviewing unsettled. He's not like talking to his wife like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like,
He's
yeah,
on the
he's a good
edge
he's
when
a good
he's-
cop.
when
He's the
he's-
bad
when
cop,
he's-
but he's
Interrogating.
Yeah, but he knows like he knows the streets because he says police and stuff when he's out, with the criminals and everything. He basically speaks in AAFE.
What's that? America's Funniest Home Videos.
yeah.
Is that,
He's
is
just
that not the abbreviation?
that scene where him and
AFHV.
Robert De Niro having dinner, they're just talking back and forth about their favorite
Yeah.
home videos.
Oh, black people love talking about home videos of guys falling off ladders and
He's
that's
like,
what-
you a
that's
bird,
what
you a
that is.
Bergeron
Tell
or
us
a
what that
Saget?
is, Adam.
You a Bergeron or a Saget?
Yeah.
What was it? AAV?
AAFV. Fuck. I'm not gonna know what the F is.
Something
Fanatic.
vernacular.
Phonetic
Yeah.
vernacular.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's not it,
exactly.
Ryan, I'm sorry.
ALF. Alf.
Fancy.
So
Oh, that's cool.
he doesn't speak in that. I don't know why you think he does.
No, he does. He does kind of like when he's talking to Tone Loc and stuff like that. He's like, "What's up, man?"
That's not.
He does funny, weird Al Pacino shit, but it's like
That's like what everybody
Yeah,
says.
I think he's just crazy. I think he's just,
okay.
he just inflects a lot of his words so weirdly.
But like when he's on the street, he's like unhinged, kind of, because you got to be unhinged because he's living on the edge. He's got to kind of he's riding
Yeah, well,
the edge,
He
kind
is
of like a
unhinged.
Point Break,
No, that's not true. So what he's doing is everything he's doing is very calculated, even given the
Oh, yeah,
circumstance and the situation.
It's calculate. His unhingedness is calculated almost because like finding out he's on coke is like that kind of puts a wrench in that.
No,
I feel
here's
like,
what's
but-
going on in the movie. Okay. Basically, it's not that he's living on the edge. It's that his life is more connected and more involved with pursuing criminals, thinking about criminals, talking to criminals. Being a cop is a bigger component of his life than his personal life. You know what I mean? He's more intimate with the people he
Robert
works
De
with,
Niro. Yeah.
and Robert De Niro especially, than his wife.
He's a
His
workaholic.
third wife.
And a
Yeah,
workaholic.
it's his. Well, that whole scene where him and De Niro have dinner and they describe themselves.
Yes. So basically,
Mm,
like I said,
yeah.
this is a Michael Mann movie, and like every Michael Mann movie is about a person whose job is their obsession, and it's like hindering their personal life. Manhunter, Thief, Collateral, like everything is just, it's about guys, The Insider, it's guys who are working all the time, and it's just like destroying their personal lives. And
That's like me with this podcast.
Yeah. We're just
Just
working too hard on this
constantly
podcast.
watching 14-hour long movies.
And your
Yeah.
wife is crying.
Oh, she left years ago. Episodes ago, she left.
And then so De Niro, his character, he's like more quiet, introspective. He's like the cool person compared, like he's like a cooler temperature compared to like Pacino, who's like running red hot, you know, because Pacino's the heat. That's why he's hot.
Oh,
They
Heat
only
Me is about
they only called him
Pacino.
the Heat like 40 times. In that
He's probably
one
so
scene.
he's
The
so
heat's on
angry
you.
because
He's the guy. The heat's on you. That's the heat. He's on you.
the heat's
They,
around
like
the corner.
literally in
You're just
5
talking
minutes.
about this guy who's shouting everything and on coke. That's
Yeah,
Just call him
he's-
the Heat.
That's the heat.
Maybe he wouldn't be so angry if he was wearing a black suit in 90-degree LA weather all the time.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm hot.
yeah,
Just going around yelling, I'm hot. I'm hot.
I would love it if he just got like fed up and put on shorts and a fucking tank top. Just was like,
Awesome.
man, I'm hot
That would be scarier.
with a tie.
Like a coked out guy wearing a tie and a tank top. That's
With a
yeah,
bat,
that's
with a
weird.
gun
That's
and a
unhinged.
badge.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Just has fucking gun in his like swimming trunk pocket, just swinging around.
Just swinging that little 6-shooter around.
He's chasing De Niro in flip flops. Get back here.
You just hear a little flip flop
Yeah.
noise.
Dude.
So
One time I wore. Oh, never mind.
no, we don't
Sorry.
care. So De Niro is
He's got
cooler.
some great flops.
De Niro's based,
She has great
Great flops.
a little
You're doing that to
backstory on
myself
this
a lot.
movie is
And
like,
your feet are all inside of them.
Yeah.
We're not done with this bit yet, William.
great flops.
He's just obsessed with flip flops. That's his whole unhinged part.
When I see a woman in flip flops, it brings something out of me.
Yeah. All right.
I really want to tell my flip flop story, but it's all right.
Don't
That's
want to
cool.
hear it.
I know.
You can tell it later if we have time.
Okay,
So,
Yeah. Text it to
Stick
us.
around. Stick around.
Stick
Oh.
around
off
for Adam's
the podcast.
flip flop fantasy.
Let's do a quick
we got lot
rundown of the
people
gang.
hanging in. Okay.
okay, so we got De Niro. He's the leader of the crew. Then we got Tom Sizemore. He's like the dependable one, which is funny because he's usually such an insane hothead. You got Val Kilmer. He's
The
He's a
technical guy.
he's like a gambling addict. Yeah, he handles all like the heavy equipment,
He's
machinery.
a cool guy. Ponytail.
No, I
cool
think
guy.
that was I thought that was his excuse to Ashley Judd was that he was a gambling addict because she didn't
Wait.
know.
Are you joking?
No, fuck. Yeah, okay.
What do you mean?
Like I thought she was
That
like,
was his
yeah,
cover
like oh, he got
story?
all this money because he's a gambler. Yeah, it's a cover story. Every robber needs a
'Cause
cover
didn't they?
story.
Well, didn't they even say? Isn't there a line where he's like, "What do you tell her?" And he's like, "I tell her I'm a salesman."
Yeah, yeah.
And
Oh, man.
then the other
I think I
guy, and
got
then Val
William on
Kilmer's
this.
like,
That's what De Niro says.
Val Kilmer's like, I'm a gambling. I tell her I'm a gambling addict.
Yeah.
No,
No
Adam,
big deal, babe. I'm a gambling addict.
he told his
big
girlfriend,
deal.
he's telling his wife that he's a gambler because he doesn't have as much money as he's supposed to. He's already paying off bookies before he can pay off
Mhm.
family.
Oh, damn.
That's why they
So-
all need this one this one big final push.
And then you got Danny Trejo, who's just the driver. So here's the thing about Michael Mann and why his movies are good. He spends times with cops. He spends times with criminals. He made a TV movie in the 70s called The Jericho Mile that's like shot, I think, in Folsom Prison or San Quentin. I don't remember. But like he has like real experiences with these guys. And this movie was actually based on a story a cop told him about the time he pursued a criminal named Neil McCauley. And they even one day had coffee together. They talked, with
So
one
just
another.
like this scene.
But then a year later, he shot that guy dead at a grocery store during a
Holy,
grocery
so
store
that's
robbery.
The movie.
That's the movie, except the grocery store robbery, they got like 13 grand. They're not robbing a high end bank, but like
millions of millions of
This is the guy.
dollars.
This is the guy. Yeah, this is the guy who opened fire in a Trader Joe's. This is the cool cop that this movie's based on.
Oh, fuck.
but yeah,
Good stuff.
these guys. The cool thing about this movie is that these guys are all good at their job, and that makes it so much more entertaining than if like the normal run of the mill shit where they're like, you know, he's got a death wish, you know, like so many movies about cops and criminals. It's like they got a death wish. They keep pushing it. They keep pushing it. And like,
they're big. They did in this one. Both parties' big weakness were they can't let go. They were like a dog with a bone. And that's what that whole coffee date was about when Robert De Niro's like, you can just stop. And Al Pacino's like, yeah, you can just stop because I'm not gonna.
well,
Also, I'm the law. You're the bad guy. You're the criminal.
it's
They're
not
like,
just
they
that
don't
they're
wanna. They're
not
like
just
they
their
don't
dog
wanna,
with a bone. They're like, they can't do anything else.
A dog on coke with a Well,
they say they
Robert De
can't do
Niro Robert De Niro could have left, and they had the whole conversation where they could have not done this final heist and moved to a different town and did a smaller score.
Exactly.
And they all were like, no, because I think he needed to prove a point that he can beat the Heat. And buddy, he didn't.
The movie
Nobody beats the
philosophy.
Heat.
It's also like, so the beginning when they rob the armored car, they get $1.2 million in bearer bonds. When they rob the bank, they get $12 million. So
Mhm.
basically, if they had just done more small jobs, they could have kept this going and made the money, you know. But I guess like every time you do a job, there's a risk.
But they were gonna. That was gonna be a pretty cut, like in and out sort of job, even the bank robbery. But Waingro sold him out, right?
Yes, because they were going to kill Wing.
I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
was
what
that was the first time when they decided not to take the money, and then they realized they had the heat on him? That scene was tight when they're in there and they're like cracking the safe. Val Kilmer's cracking the safe, and then he's like, "We're calling it. We're going. We're leaving."
Yeah, they gotta cut out.
Well, yeah, they heard the guy
But-
drop like they heard that guy like fall down in the trailer, the cop.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that
Who
scene they're
was
robbing.
that? He was just like a cop, right? Like he was just an extra, basically.
He's just a dumb cop. Earlier in that
So they
scene, he's
all-
like drinking like a water bottle, and he's just like kind of like meandering. He's not like
So they would have caught him if he
Every-
wouldn't have slipped.
Every cop in this movie except for Pacino is like kind of dumb.
it's not true.
Yeah, it kind of is. It's like they misread clues
The beat cops, yeah.
and like, yeah. That's why
It's like real
Pacino's.
life.
That's why he's so stressed. Coworkers are idiots. I get it.
West Studi's not dumb.
That and the cocaine. It's probably stressing him out.
Cocaina.
I'll say this
cocaine.
though. They do make Pacino the smartest cop, which is one thing that annoys me. I think his team needed to be more capable, but Pacino's always the smartest cop in the room. Like there's a part where he's like, bust him, then he'll get knocked down to a misdemeanor.
Yeah.
That won't be, and it's like, well, they know that.
He's doing
And then
that.
this- all the other
being
cops know
smart. He's being
Well, and then this-
smart. He's hugging
yeah.
black women. He's like just like the greatest cop of all time.
He's good. He's jump roping with kids on the block.
Yeah, he's one of those cops.
He's
that
one of
plays
them
basketball
good
with kids.
apples. He's one of them
Mhm.
good apples. And then that scene where they trick him, they go to the freaking docks, cargo ship or whatever, and they pretend like they're setting up a big heist. And then all the cops run out to the middle, and Pacino's like, "Oh, they're good. Oh,
is
they're
good."
good. This crew is good."
Well,
And they're like,
fuck
"What?"
up.
They go, "What do you think? You think we're finding them? Are they finding us?"
They should
Yeah,
have
and then he
there.
looks,
Well, you know, the
Anyway,
original
Robert
version
De
of that
Niro
scene-
waves.
yeah, he
No,
like gives him a little wink.
Did you see the original version on YouTube?
I have not.
What do you know?
So they go to a bathroom and they're scoping it out. Then later on, all the cops go in and they're all
I've
taking
heard
shits.
this one.
And then it turns out they all had De Niro has a little camera in each of the toilets.
Each of the toilets and you can see their little brown eye.
He's like, no, I know you're asshole.
And then his little butthole winks at him at the camera.
It's like,
oh, they're
his-
good. They
His
a
butthole-
good crew.
but it's like a heat camera. It's like black and white, like negative.
Yeah, yeah. Like
And the
Predator
butthole's
style.
like winking.
It's just red orange. It's just hot. It's a hot butthole.
Yeah.
But just
But yeah.
imagine you're sitting like all six of you. We're the cops. We're with some of his team, and we're just in 3 stalls away from Pacino, and you just hear him from the stall. Oh, the crew is good. You're like, what? Oh, you think we're looking at these assholes? These assholes are looking at our assholes.
There's a guy and like
he's
he's
like,
using
"What?"
the urinal, being like, "What's going on?" What are these guys talking
Yeah.
about at the stall.
Just some guy, just some like dude and his kid, like on vacation, just happened to stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Come
and
on, son.
And it's like the
Let's
worst.
go.
Let's get out of
It's
here.
like the worst actor cameo
what if
actor of all time.
What if my kid had to take a shit? Was Robert De Niro gonna look at my kid's asshole?
It's like Jason
Yes.
Alexander.
Is it
Some of the
Jason
cameos in the-
Alexander as the kid.
Some of the cameos in this movie are so bad because it's like Henry Rollins, fucking
He's
Tone
He's
Loc.
always so
bloated,
bad.
bloated Henry.
No, Tone Loc is awesome, but Henry Rollins is bad.
Which one was
pretty bad
Tone?
in
Which one
everything
was
he's doing.
Tone Loc?
The brother
is
of
the guy at the club.
informant. Yeah, the really
He tells-
deep voice guy. Whatever happened to Tone Loc? Is he alive?
Oh, Jeremy
can really
Piven
run with
had a
that.
cameo.
Yeah, Jeremy Piven. Also,
Jesus,
you don't
I
have
told
him to
you.
Tone
I
Loc,
told
right,
you.
Adam?
Jeremy Piven is good.
No, he's not.
You don't happen to Tone Loc.
He's alive still.
No, that wasn't a setup. I was
He got electroshock therapy and got superpowers like Ernest, and Ernest goes to jail.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's gonna be me. Wait, he has health problems and legal issues. I'm
Tone
just looking
Loc?
at the headline, bold parts of his Wikipedia.
Don't
Wild
look.
thing.
Dude, he's got both legal issues and health problems. His
I
life
can't
is
He's
believe
fucked
living
up.
he's living his best life. It sounds like.
He wears his signature sunglasses at every performance to help reduce the likelihood of a seizure.
That's rough. That's like Ryan wearing his sunglasses
Dang.
right now.
That's kind of a little misleading to wear something as cool as sunglasses, but because it's for something as nerdy as getting seizures.
Blindness.
Yeah, Adam hates blind people.
Yeah.
He's like, these
It's kind of bullshit.
They think they're so fucking cool.
Yeah. Like, what? Oh, they're blind? Fuck, I
not
thought this
cool.
guy was
He's-
cool.
He's blind.
Yeah, he's a nerd.
So we should talk about their
It's like,
wives.
God, you
and
go to give them a high five, but they can't see you doing it,
Hey, man.
and so that you just get stiffed, and you're like, you keep
Slap
walking,
him
you're
in
like,
the face back.
no, you're just like, fuck, that dude is cool. Fuck, he doesn't even do high fives. That is sick, dude. That's why you think
That's
he's
the
cool, and
coolest
then
guy
you
I've
find
ever
out he's just
seen.
blind. Dude, this guy will not fist bump me every time I see him. I'm like, bro, what's up? He doesn't even look at me.
Really want this guy to like me.
Dude, fucking cool, bro.
Let's talk about their girlfriends and wives. So we got Ashley Judd married to Val
Oh,
Kilmer.
Yeah.
So fine.
And what's she thinking? She's like, the first scene, she's mad because he doesn't have enough money because he had to pay off the bookie. And she's like, what about our relationship? What about our future? It's like, you're with a bank robber, criminal, psychopath.
Also, isn't she like, she looks like she's like 20 in this. And
He's
then
pretty young.
like significantly younger than what her husband? What's his butt?
Kilmer.
Oh.
Yeah. So she's based on like a teenage runaway that he knew, Michael Mann.
like- Oh, wow.
That was like married to a criminal and was like a really beautiful, sophisticated woman, but he was just like kind of perplexed why this person
Why
with
do
like an
women get
innate.
themselves in these situations?
Well, her father was probably horrible.
What's
So it's like
wrong
this.
with them.
Yeah.
The-
Sa-
What are they,
says the
stupid?
says the husband doing a podcast in a shed.
Shed.
Yeah. I'm Ashley Judd. That's
Imagine
right.
a woman
No,
marrying
no,
a
no,
guy
no.
who is completely self-destructive.
That's crazy.
Just literally electrocuting himself.
I'll take that back. Adam is not completely self-destructive. He's like slightly self-destructive, like just a
I don't
little
think
bit.
self-destructive. I think
That's
helpless.
the right amount. Yeah. I just need, a woman
Just
to
a-
run my life. That's all.
A
What a dream
manager.
job
That's
for
so
that
bad.
woman.
Yeah. I just need a wife/assistant
Yeah.
to cut off the crust of my PB&Js.
Got to now.
All right.
Tom
Who was the other
Sizemore-
wife?
Tom Sizemore, he's got a wife and kids, and they don't really tell you much about her, but she seems like a nice lady, just like a
Who
nice.
is she?
She's that
Edie?
blonde woman.
She's a lady.
Edie's-
She's a lady.
Edie's De Niro's girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and then Trejo's got Anna. We don't really learn much about her except that he
She's
loved
not
her.
even on this IMDb.
She's
Don't worry
not in the
about
movie.
Anna, okay. Don't worry about her.
Oh, they just talk about her?
Yeah, and then we got
Anna Trejo. She was cast.
that's his real wife.
Begona
Oh
Plaza.
wow, that's powerful.
Her name's Begona Plaza as Annie Trejo.
Oh, it's an
Whoa.
actress. That's not
Wait.
an eyes wide shut situation.
Right
But
in the
Danny
middle.
Trejo's name is Trejo in the movie too.
In the movie,
I
yeah,
love-
in the movie,
what's-
in the movie, his name is Trejo. That's the one next to it.
The
giving
one next
peace
to it is
sign.
Wayne Gro's girlfriend, Dead Hooker,
Yeah, and there's
on
there's
IMDb.
But
Dead
look at her
Hooker.
picture. Look at Dead Hooker's picture.
I know she's giving the peace sign.
She's
That's an awesome picture.
Dead Hooker.
Don't we see her
If you
alive
get
in the
murdered, they
scene
show you that
before?
on the news. They show that that's your picture they show on the news after you get murdered. Look it up.
Is she
yeah,
the dead
over your
hooker in the
glass.
garbage can?
That'll be when Ryan gets
Yeah.
murdered. That'll be his.
Because there's a child hooker that he kills, and then there's the dead hooker in the garbage can.
Yeah, there's also prostitute,
So then,
hostage girl.
so they all got ladies, which is cool.
Yeah,
I like this. More movies should be about like
They got money, dude.
they're
criminals and their
regular
girlfriend.
guys, pretty much, except for these jobs because they do scores. So they're not constantly, they're living lives, but they're doing big scores like once every.
Year
months
or so.
Yeah, do
Yeah,
they
yeah.
say?
they're
when they
freelance.
get a tip because they get a tip from Tom Noonan or whatever.
And this
a guy
is
like
why this is where it pays off to talk to criminals. Because like you go to prison, you start talking to guys. Yeah, they got wives, they got girlfriends, they got baby mamas, they
Good
got,
job.
and that's the reality of this kind of lifestyle. It's not like, some stupid movie
Cool.
where they're like twisted and they like live in like a lair and they are like all
Yeah.
cold and fake.
What
and
I-
contrived.
What I got out of this was a lot of Goodfellas vibes, which I really liked in regard to the family
Yes.
life and like seeing their
Yes.
day to
Yeah,
day.
like a
Great.
ton of the movie is about their domestic relationships. And you're just like, I don't give a fuck, man. Just fucking show us the goods.
No,
let
but
me
this
see
is
the-
what
let
makes
me
it
see them
interesting.
Right, guys.
Yeah, I just wanna
Goodfellas,
see feet.
Sopranos, Heat. These
Show
are
us
the
those feet.
Flip flops, dude. I just want to see them flops.
Ooh, you reminded me. Stay tuned for my story. Flip flop story.
we're teasing it.
Yeah.
So
This is gonna be so bad when you tell it.
No, it's good. It's short. It's actually short.
Okay.
well, that's the thing. Like you go in this lifestyle as a criminal and
Been
you're making
there.
money fast and easy, but it's like,
Preaching to the choir.
what about the
Seems
cost? to
pretty
your
tight.
Personal life. So
Well, I was thinking
Mine's
it's-
doing just fine.
Dude, how many people like move to LA to be an actor or fucking musician or whatever? It's like it's cool to move to LA to rob banks. That's cool.
I mean, with the way with rent these days, you almost have to.
Amen, dude.
is there like a
Don't even get me
groundlings for-
started. Don't
are
even
there-
get me
is there a
started.
groundlings for bank
Started on
robbers?
gas prices.
Yeah.
Yeah, you rob groundlings. You start with that.
The groundlings rob
Dude.
you.
You go in.
just
Yeah,
take
literally.
classes.
You go and get robbed, and potentially sexually assaulted while getting robbed.
Yeah. Joke's on you, robber. The true robbers. Improv theaters.
The most ungrounded people, groundlings.
There's so many like women that I can think of who like were dating guys or like guys dating women who
Or women
Or
dating
immediately
women,
du-
William. Jesus
immediately
Christ.
dumped,
It's
or women dating
2022.
women who are immediately dumped.
Or
when,
guys
like, the
dating guys,
person
William. Jesus Christ.
becomes famous.
Or trans dating cis. Come on, dude. Say them all.
Dude, that's crazy. Idea,
Ryan's
what you just
dating
said.
Adams.
Sorry.
Ryan is
What? Say it
trans, I'm
again, though.
cis.
Ryan's dating Adams.
No, that'll never happen. That's my name of my brother.
Adam
You
dropped
should
you.
be so lucky.
But
You wish.
the personal life of an actor is very similar to the personal life of a bank robber.
Is that what
Huh?
you're gonna say?
A lot of sitting around, hanging out, talking about jobs that never
It's
happened.
true. Going to coffee shops.
Yeah, that is.
I mean,
Talking
that
about
diner
jobs
scene.
that they'll never get.
They're
And
being,
then they
being
get
like,
arrested for domestic
Right.
abuse.
and being like, I don't know how to do anything else. I don't want to, or whatever. That's like what fucking people
I
who
bet
are
you
trying
mo-
to be actors say.
I bet Mark Wahlberg watches that scene where all the criminals go out to dinner at that fancy restaurant. You know, like all the family members are there, the kids are there, and Mark Wahlberg is like, "This is like me and my entourage. This is like us, you know."
Yeah.
We go out to a nice restaurant, and then outside, Al Pacino spying on them.
The restaurants are Wahlburgers.
He goes to Wahlberg. It'd
They're
be
like,
so
"Well,
awesome if Mark Wahlberg.
Jeremy
like,
Jeremy
went to
Piven's
Wahlberg.
there
they're
Yeah.
like, so
working. He's like a waiter there now.
is that job gonna happen? That little travel show we were talking about? No, that's dead. He's like, oh, okay, cool. All right.
Yeah, they're just talking about like an independent film that sucks. That
Or like-
they're trying to make. You know,
So have you looked at my sneaker designs?
yeah. I knew a
Called
sneaker person. in it.
Wahlberg. Nah, I'll get back to it.
Wahlbergs.
Nah, it's too hard.
Wahlbergs.
Wahlbergs. There it is.
Okay.
Have you got the Mark Wahlbergs?
What about
Yeah.
Walkenburger?
Those new mid top. What is it?
Walkenburger. It's Christopher Walken.
Oh man.
Hamburger stand.
Which
Come try
Walken?
my hamburger.
That sounded like retarded Walken.
I make a
Hey, come try
My hamburger.
Try my hamburger.
And
just has
it's
like
just
a
ground
bullet wound.
beef. It's like it's like a loose.
It's him from the
meat
Deer
and
Hunter. He has a bullet hole in his head, like a
Mhm.
scar.
Try my-
Wow.
It's like this guy went to
Wow.
Vietnam and got shot in the head and now opened a
Pulls a-
hamburger stand.
Pulls a watch out of his ass in front of you.
What time is it, sir? Hey, do you know what time it is? He's like, hold on, one second.
Yeah, burger time.
Ugh.
So Trejo opened his own taco
Oh.
shop. He's an entrepreneur now. He's got like his donut shops and taco shops everywhere in LA. Never been to one, but
Pretty good. The
I'm gonna
donuts
try
are
it.
good. He has vegan donuts and he has vegan tacos. So shout out to Trey.
He used to be I saw old footage of him at Muscle Beach. He was a Muscle Beach guy.
yeah, he was also a convicted bank robber. And like liquor store robber.
That's how he got his
Armed
job. He
robber.
just walked on
G.
set to pick up a friend. He was literally picking up a friend and somebody saw him and was like, "Ooh,
Well, he was also a boxing coach
legend."
and
Oh.
had like a prison what's it called? Consultant.
I thought he was just like a high school
Parole
thespian.
officer?
You thought he went
Thought
to
he was like one of
Juilliard?
No,
Yeah, I
he's
thought
like
he
a
was one of those
legit.
theater
He's like a
kids.
legit cholo.
He's
I'm
he's from England, right?
You can't.
Trey,
Yeah, yeah,
Is
exactly.
he's one of these British fucks that infiltrated the.
You could tell just by his face and stuff like that he's obviously like a classic.
You never saw his one man show? He
I
did
said-
at,
you say
um,
trans?
Edinburgh.
okay.
Yeah, he had
Say-
a great
say
one man
what?
show.
He had a one man show at Edinburgh.
Danny Trejo's like, they raped me. Did you didn't see that coming? Did you?
They raped me, and that is how I got the idea for a taco restaurant. Thank you, mates. Thank you, mates. And then he bows.
Danny Trejo's Nanette.
He has like a puppet, like a ventriloquist show.
Trejo,
The-
all strings
ahead.
attached.
Now, there's another criminal in the gang who's not in the gang very long, but Dennis Haysbert as
He's really good.
the guy is out of prison and has I mean, I
He's
think
kind of the
I think a
low-level guy.
fair I think he has
Which
a
one
fair
was that?
boss at the restaurant. I think that guy is giving
He's
him
giving-
an opportunity.
Yeah,
And-
he's a kind person for what he gives to Dennis Haysbert.
there's a lot of risk hiring a felon. So docking
Good point.
25% of their paycheck, I think,
It's only
covers.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was all. How old was he supposed to be? The Allstate guy.
He's in his
Is
like
it
early 30s, late 20s,
early
maybe? I don't know.
30s. Yeah, so he's getting treated like a high school busboy.
By Bud
treated
Court, like the
worse.
most wormy, pathetic.
I would say definitely
that's really
worse.
good casting. That's really good casting of that guy. It being Bud Court, because
I mean, that's yeah.
that's Harold from Harold and Maude, right?
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, and also he's supposed to be a weird actor, like has weird behavioral problems, and he's difficult to work with.
Oh, really?
Apparently, that's what I
He's
heard.
got really. I've heard he's got really pinchable cheeks.
He's got pinchy cheese.
But what's that?
Pinchy
Pinchy
cheese.
Yeah, he's got pinchy cheeks.
Pinchy cheeks.
Word on the street is
Yeah,
that guy's
so-
got pinchy cheeks.
I heard he has got a great ass.
That's what there's a Crazy Days and Nights and a post about him having really pinchable cheeks.
So anyway,
Is it-
he's a great.
Is that what
boss.
Bill
He's a
Murray's
nice
getting in
guy.
trouble for right now? Pinching this guy's
No,
cheeks.
he has pocky. He has pockmarked cheeks.
Mm.
Like
I
our
should do a
like
cheek database, IMDb.
It's like the feet. It's like the feet one.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
cheeks?
wiki cheeks, but not
Wiki cheeks.
not butt cheeks, face cheeks.
No, it's leaked. Yeah, wiki cheeks.
Julian Assange
Yeah.
is on there. He runs it. The owner of
WikiLeaks-
WikiCheeks is imprisoned by the federal
Yeah,
government.
There's a category on it that is just face cheeks.
If WikiLeaks wasn't about the big like expose of the war shit and stuff, it'd be a really good name for a website that's like a database for information on like having weak prostates and just having pee that dribbles out of your
Wiccan
penis.
leaks.
Yeah. You guys ever do that? Like you got a little
Well,
spot on your underwear afterwards. You're like,
trying to talk
about
"Oh,
the
look, I
movie."
gotta check up WikiLeaks.
He leans forward. He leans
talk
forward
about
in
the
his shed, and his face goes.
how many diversions in a row do
shadow.
we have to have?
Lots. All right, go ahead.
You had your little bit.
I
Trying to talk about Bud
I had my
Clark.
fun. All right, go ahead.
So look, he's a great boss. I was a little upset
Good.
when he got thrown on the ground. That was upsetting.
Yeah.
When he just got shoved over by this massive. Was he a football player? The All-State guy?
Yeah, he went all pro.
Shut up. Was he like a college player? He's huge.
Dude, he went all pro. That's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Is that even like a football thing?
It's an
He's all
All-State
pro.
thing. You could have said he went All-State.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's a big.
Yeah, you
He's
missed
not
it there.
Ryan,
He
he's
went
not a
All-State.
football
Would've
player. He's a baseball player. Didn't you ever see Major League
Yeah.
where he
No.
was the voodoo?
He's Tom Hanks.
He's the voodoo player.
That's a league of their own. Man, we are really stupid. William says stupid stuff about football. He obviously has no idea what he's talking about. Then Ryan says Tom
We're
Hanks is
doing
in.
bits, you moron.
This
Ryan
is Adam's
knows what-
bit.
Ryan's fun. Ryan's saying Tom Hanks is in
Major League.
Major League.
And I was like, no, it's Tom Berenger. Stop it.
It's Tom
Bergeron.
Bergeron.
Okay. Oh, that's
No,
that's
no,
a fun
no.
idea.
No, you're
Adam, what
acting
time
like
is
damn
it?
Riddler right now. Paul
Adam, what
Dano
time
over
is
here.
it?
1:30.
Where's your watch?
What?
1:30. What? You trying to
Bugger
say?
time.
Oh, okay.
So, look, he was in Major League. Okay, that's the movie where he played an athlete. He was the voodoo guy. Not a lot of people know that. That's a little Will trivia.
It's good stuff. It's valuable. It
Yeah,
makes the
I
show
read-
worth listening to. For
I
people.
read IMDb a lot, so I know.
So
what's up.
would you have taken that job?
Yeah,
How? Like, I guess back then you probably could actually pay rent with that kind of money. I mean, obviously you take the job, but then you look for other jobs, or you just immediately get back into crime. Like
and that's
you're
what his
already a
wife.
convict.
Well, that's what his wife says. She's like, "Look, this is just take this job for now until you get a better one." And look,
Yeah.
when you are a felon, it's very hard to get hired.
Yeah.
How do you know?
I mean,
My buddy
how do you
told me.
not?
A listener of the show told me.
Oh yeah.
What
And you have
what
to-
kind of work has he found?
Works at a hotel.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
Hey,
that seems like
if you're
pretty much
listening-
fucked.
hey, if you're listening, I got a job for you.
Yeah, Ryan was telling me about this bank that apparently has this weak security system. So
Yeah. I know plenty of places
hit
to
us
rob
up.
around
What?
here. It's got a weak security system.
it's got a weak
I don't-
security system,
No
dude.
bank with a weak security system. Wow.
It's
So-
just got a bunch of Ring doorbells for their security cameras. Just
One thing I
all over
love
the
about this
place.
movie is that they disabled the security system the night
Yes.
before of the bank. And this is something you would think they would
No.
do in more bank robbery movies, but they don't.
They didn't. They had it on a timer that it's going to get disabled 20 minutes prior to the
Right.
robbery, right?
In which they did the
So
night
what
before
kind
the
of fucking
robbery.
technology is
They're
that?
really good.
They didn't explain the technology. They're just like, so we disabled the alarms, but they're not going to get actually disabled until 20 minutes before the robbery, as to not.
Yeah, you could do that.
cause
They
suspicion.
they hack it.
They're very technical. Like the stuff that they talk about. It sounds like legit. The smart criminals are talking about their shit, and they're
Huh?
even their masks are like utilitarian and efficient and stuff like that. They don't have like fucking silly president shit like in Point Break or, they're
They're not
just like
theatrical.
businessmen. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a job.
they're smart. They're professionals, really, like me.
And they presumably been doing this their whole life, right?
And they've all
Or they've been in. De Niro was in jail for 15 years.
De
or
Niro's in
whatever.
jail. He's also in the Marines.
Hmm.
Oh, we
Yeah,
didn't get
that-
any action with him though. Hand to hand.
Yeah,
No.
a little Krav Maga.
But
Is that what they teach in the Marines these days?
they
Yeah.
get all it's cool how they get all the info for all the robberies from a very intelligent person who's like a genius. Tom Noonan as what's his name? Not Nate. God damn it.
You can
Yeah,
tell
it
he's
is-
smart
it
because
is
he's in a
Nate.
wheelchair.
No, Nate's
Oh,
John
Nate is that
Voight.
other guy. Yeah, Voight.
but
oh yeah, John
got it.
Voight's mullet.
awesome. So John
That's
Voight is
mullet's
based
so awesome.
he's inspired by Eddie Bunker.
He's
That's who
Kelso.
yeah,
Kelso.
Tom Noonan is Kelso. Tom
From
Noonan's
that
in
70s show.
he's also in a movie this guy made, this director, Manhunter. He plays the villain.
One of them.
One
That's
of
the
them. Yeah.
That's the serial killer show, right?
No, that's
Oh, you think
Mindhunter.
I'm Mind Hunter?
Oh, God,
Which are
damn it.
based on
Fucking
similar
really
y'all.
stupid.
are both based on the same person, the first FBI profiler.
So much of this podcast is really stupid guys talking over each other, trying to like say their stupid thing before the other guy
Yeah.
says his stupid thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you just
When
did
you
it.
guys talk. Yeah, totally. That's what I'm saying.
So Tom Noonan smart. He puts like the whole thing together, so they have access to information they never would have anyway. And this is something they don't show a lot in movies, but I'd like to be the guy that like comes up with the plan and sells it and gets a commission.
Yeah. Yeah. I could see that for you.
It's like the
One of the most important and lowest risks,
yes,
Yeah, but they're the smart,
Crew
the,
member.
the true smart
Yeah.
ones.
and they
Yeah.
need them. Like they need them. Like they
It's kind
wouldn't
of
be
a-
able to rob these banks without without Kelso.
It's an interesting position for a bank robbery crew. Like the guy who does not do the bank robbery at all, but he's so smart that he gives it to these criminals that
well, he sells it, so
Yeah.
he can
Yeah,
also
but
he
that-
could sell it
that's
to
also
another
the guy you-
crew.
That I was gonna say that's also the guy you can't trust because that other crew could be the FBI or the CIA or whatever whoever's pursuing. And if you catch that guy, then you have all the information. So I guess maybe it's not the safest member of
Not
the crew.
safest, but it's the okay. So there's
You're
less
not you're,
risk,
you don't
but
you're not you're not
less
getting
risk
shot
of getting
though.
killed. Yeah,
Yeah.
less risk of getting killed. So that's
and
cool.
arrested because you're not doing it. It's like both.
And you think he's got like in each state, you think he's got like multiple crews too. So it's just like passive income at this point.
franchise.
Oh, interesting.
Like he's got like he'll call Robert De Niro and be like, where are you? LA? I got a job for you. Where are you?
Yeah, he just,
Connecticut?
like studies banks all day.
Yeah, I got you. So then
He's
at,
like-
at the same time, Robert De Niro's robbing a bank. Somebody in Kansas is robbing a bank for him too. So he's
Yeah.
That is it right
I
there.
think that's a great way to get arrested, Ryan.
And then he's like talking to the he's talking to the FBI, and he's like, "Hey, get me into witness protection and give me some money because I'll give you all the." I know this dude in Kansas. He's about to rob a fucking.
You try to do this, and like a week
Trejo's
later, you're
Taco.
calling the FBI, be like, "Could you please get me into witness protection?"
A lot of people want to kill me.
They're like, "Who are you?"
Made a
Like,
huge mistake.
I'm Kelso.
I'm
like the 70s show.
I'm just a very ambitious and lucky entrepreneur.
Didn't work the first time.
Very successful franchise seller, and I've gotten myself into a bit of trouble.
I just have a
Almost
few
got
questions about your witness protection and how it actually works. I'm fine. I'm not a criminal. I'm
That's-
just curious.
So what you're talking about is that's the Dread Pirate Roberts, the guy who ran Silk Road, because he got
Is this a real person or a movie?
he was
I don't know.
facilitating so many criminal activities and making a cut of it. Now he wasn't masterminding them, but because he was getting a Bitcoin from every transaction on the Silk Road, including hits, murders, guns, drugs, everything, child pornography. He ensnared himself into a giant conspiracy and then got like manipulated with like honeypot like schemes, and people like
He got me too.
he didn't get me too, but they were just like
Canceled.
people would make multiple accounts and then they like ensnared him in
Not
these,
cops,
like,
just people.
just people.
Nerds.
Oh,
you
so
mean?
he got caught, kind of, or he got like got by the people on the Silk Road.
People were like tricking him all the time because he had no street smarts.
Oh,
So they would be
That's
like, they would hit him up with multiple accounts and then trick him into like, be like, hey, that guy's been messing with you, right? So why don't you have me as a professional killer take care of him?
he had
they're-
no
and
street
they're
smarts,
both
and
the
he
same-
called himself the Dread Pirate Roberts.
Yeah, based on the friggin' Princess Bride.
Bride.
He's like, hey,
Nerd alert.
I got this email. It seems like a pretty big investment. Apparently, the Prince of Africa is trying to get across the border.
Yeah.
Basically, he's like, I got this email from Christopher Walken. He's trying to start a
He's
hamburger
starting a
restaurant.
Burger chain.
Yeah.
And also, I can't read half of the fucking letters. This guy retarded? This retarded walking?
Whatever.
I think
It's
I'll
just
Hold on, you
wing-
regular
wing-
walking or retarded walking?
It's all wing
I like
ding spot.
burgers.
Oh, okay.
It's burger time.
Retarded walking.
He's like, I think it's Christopher Walken on the phone.
It's burger time.
Okay. Hi, retarded Christopher Walken. How are you?
Better forward this
Good to talk to
guy
you again.
$250,000 immediately. I want to get in on this hot franchise deal.
We never use mustard. It just has a thing against mustard. That's his trigger. That's his no.
Okay.
No
let's take it easy.
mustard. Yeah.
Everybody
So-
cool out.
Walk it back. Walk it back.
Let's talk about how
walk
their
it-
whole criminal enterprise falls apart. And it's
Okay,
through a
I'm
series
gonna
of small
pee
events.
real quick.
Okay. The first big problem is hiring Waingro, of course. You don't want to hire an idiot like that guy.
Huge
Psychopath.
mistake. Huge mistake hiring the guy with the swastika on a tattooed on him.
Usually, well, it'd be funny if they hired him and then they're like, so having a swimming party later, you want to come over, Waingro? And then they're like, they see the swastika, they're like, oh man, did you know he had a swastika?
They're
No.
like, what the fuck? We got to do a job with this guy.
But Waingro's great because he looks like a real criminal. And that's like, we should also mention that he's the only person who went to jail out of all these actors after the movie for weed.
Really? Oh,
Kevin
damn.
Gage.
That sucks. Dude.
And people in
Free
prison used to
Kevin
call him
Gage.
Waingro. So
Oh, that's
Waingro
cool.
shi-
Was he like a king over there?
yeah, he was a
'Cause of the
king,
movie.
Adam. He was a king. So Waingro shoots that security guard. Then Tom Sizemore is like, cool it, calm down, Slick. And
Yeah.
that like clue of Slick ends up
That's all he needs.
being reported to Al Pacino later on when he's hanging out with Tone Loc and his brother. Tone Loc is like, "Oh man, this Slick is for real." He's like, "No, this
Yeah.
Slick is." He's like, "This Slick is crazy." And then Al Pacino's like, "What's that? Who's Slick? What's that?" So then they're able to ID this guy because Tone Loc knows his name. So they just look him up and they're like, oh wow, this totally fits the profile. So then they tail
It's kind
him.
of interesting for that to be like what ultimately leads to the Al Pacino.
You know, a nickname is
case.
if you watch the first 48, like a nickname is like the first thing they have to figure out. Like, who is this guy?
Yeah. Oh yeah, because nicknames are used to like kind of conceal identities too on the street.
The Toe Shoe Bandit? Who is this guy?
Just immediately caught because nobody else wears toe shoes.
Who is Kevin James NFT? We have to
That's my
solve the
street
case.
name. Yeah.
So that's how they ID them. They tail them. And honestly, they should just tail them to make the case. But De Niro pushes ahead with the crime. And one of the best scenes in the movie is like De Niro's like talking to the guys like, hey, look, the heat's on us. Are you guys sure you want to do this? Like, I can't force you. So you got to make up your own mind. And then like
He even told that dude, like, yo, you don't, specifically you, bald guy, do not want to do this.
Yeah,
Go
Tom
home, you got a
Sizemore
wife.
tells him, he's like, you have treasury bonds, you have like
You've got
savings account,
Bitcoins,
you got
you've
real
got-
estate.
Listen, you own 90% of retarded walking burgers.
Yeah.
Get out now.
Walkenburgers is doing very well. But Tom Sizemore says the coolest line, which is, for me, the action is the juice.
Is the juice.
Yeah.
So
He
he's
nailed
the he's the risk
And then,
taker. He's
and
the guy
then
with the death
OJ
wish.
popped out and goes, same.
It'd be cool if they threw a couple of those kind of things in the movie.
Couple of
Just to
OJs.
really ruin it.
A little
Or
cameo
just like
by
winky
OJ.
things. Yeah. You almost say Adam.
Did somebody say juice?
Yeah.
And then OJ pops out with a tiny gloves on because he murdered his wife.
LeBron was on the Miami Heat. He could have a little
Oh yeah, they were
cameo.
too tiny.
There we go.
Michael Mann could add that in
The
director's cut.
heat's on you, and it's them running, and it's just LeBron playing basketball behind him.
Yeah.
But Val Kilmer, he goes like, are you sure you want to do this? A lot of, prison time, whatever. And he's like, it's worth the risk. Because earlier, Ashley Judd was like, gambling, that's not worth the risk. And then he's like, you know what? This is worth the risk. I'm being a responsible father and husband.
It's a funny
So-
husband thing to call back. Using your wife's like cautioning or whatever to be like,
Well, that's his
"Nah, I'm
main.
doing it.
That's his main conflict, inner
Yes.
conflict.
He gets away. So like he gets away.
Kilmer? He gets shot up immediately.
He does. Am I
He's
wrong?
shot.
Did I
He's not
forget?
killed. He's not
No.
killed. He's not killed. But yes, he loses
I
his
thought he
wife
was
and
blasted.
kid. So yeah, he gets away, Adam.
He gets away clean.
Oh,
Honestly,
that sounds like
Maybe
the ultimate.
even like the best. Yeah, he kind of did the best thing. He got all the money and he fucking. Just kidding. I like
Nah.
being married and being a dad.
De Niro's always saying like,
Your wife and kid don't listen to this, Adam. You can talk shit.
That's true.
you got to leave in 30 seconds. Like De Niro's house in Malibu is completely empty. He just has a gun and a coffee maker. I guess he sleeps nude on the floor of his bedroom.
Yeah, it's only got enough stuff to just be really cool. He's
To
like,
pack
give me
up.
I need a really cool apartment.
Well, it's expensive, and he can just leave in 30 seconds, like he says.
Sure.
It's not an apartment either.
The beach house.
It'd be
on-
funny if his
on
house was
Malibu.
like
30 seconds.
if he had like a 24-year-old guy's apartment in like North Hollywood. He's like,
Yeah,
he has like roommates.
idiot.
He's like saving money.
Yeah.
It's like fold out chairs
There's
that
like
you bring to like picnics and sporting
There's, like,
events. That's
rock
the
band.
furniture.
he has like rock band set up in the living room with
Just
all the
living with open mic
instruments.
comics.
Oh,
Yeah,
rock
it's like-
band.
Yeah, like for Xbox
Yeah, like the
360.
video game.
He just
Yeah.
come over and he's like, I could be gone in. He's just jamming on the drum set, and De Niro's like, I could be gone in. There's about 250 left on this song.
Playing drums. And there's just like a guy in a Hawaiian shirt. He's like,
who's that?
his
Oh,
roommate.
it's Trevor. Oh, Trev? Trevor. And they just do a shot or something real quick. They're just bros.
He's like a commercial actor.
It's
That'd
Jake
be
from
cool.
State Farm. We got all the states in this one.
So yeah, De Niro's girlfriend is Edie, who he met at a restaurant, and she was kind of nosy. She's asking him about his book, like, "What you reading?"
Yeah, it's like, shut the fuck up.
I fucking hate when people do that. It's like a book. Scoot.
When a beautiful woman tries to talk to you.
I want
It's
to
like,
get
excuse me, ma'am, I'm reading.
I should get a fake book cover that goes over universal size, goes over every book, and it just says how to tell people to fuck off when they ask you what book you're reading for dummies. And then just
Hold
sit
it
there
up.
and
Yeah.
just hold it.
Sit at a bar.
Hey, what book you reading? And then just be like, oh, flip to a specific page.
And
Red,
you're super-
red
you're super
top, long
friendly.
hair. Fuck off. It's just
Yeah.
different inflections on how to say fuck off.
What do you mean red top, long hair?
That's a specific chapter in the book, and you got to say fuck off's different depending on who asks.
Oh, I see.
It's a
should have that
complicated
book right
scenario.
No, you're super nice and conversational about it. You have like a 20-minute conversation. You ask about their grandkids and that kind of
It'd be
thing.
funny
You're
if
like,
he
well, have a nice day.
Keep
and you reading
emphasizing
your
the
book.
it'd
title
be funny
of
if
the
De
book.
Niro was like
Yeah.
dating
Because I'm still
like,
learning.
a guy like Adam in the movie. It's just like this like nerdy kind of guy.
Like what? I don't realize that we're dating. I think we're just kind of like becoming friends or whatever.
Oh,
You're like fucking, but you don't
I'm
realize
going
you're
to
dating.
New Zealand. Do you want to come
My
with
ass
me?
hurt after we hang out.
I'm
Yeah.
going to New Zealand. You could start a new life there.
You're like, yeah,
Do they
actually,
got
cool.
walking burgers in New Zealand? That's Adam. That's my impression of Adam. You're just his old Southern dame.
Yeah.
De Niro's not really. He doesn't tell anyone else about her, right? Like no one knows about her. He keeps that relationship totally.
Yeah, it's a side piece.
She
She is
secret.
not at
New.
any of the
It's a new-
parties.
No,
Yeah.
she's new. He's like, I'm not gonna bring her.
She doesn't
around
know he's a
yet. Like, I'm
criminal.
gonna-
She's shocked when
fucking-
he was on TV.
Yeah.
With the
But
bank robbery.
is he truly in love with her? Because he says that thing where he's like, it's only you or what? Like he's like, oh, get out right now. We can leave right now. All I need is you. That you know what I'm talking about? The old pillow talk, or was that was
Ryan,
he just?
Of course, he's in love with
bullshitting?
her. Didn't you see the ending of the movie? Every decision he made after the bank robbery
He, I
really,
mean,
really
truly.
cemented their long-term prospects.
He's a thoughtful partner.
Getting off the freeway to kill Wayne Grow,
Well, he couldn't not.
abandoning
she
her
would've
at the
wanted if she
airport.
did.
That oh my god. Okay, that scene was so fucking cool and so well done. He's like, I gotta run in and run
Oh.
out. And then they pull over and then like and she's just waiting for him. Right after home, he goes, home free. We're home free. It's like, actually, let me go fuck this up real quick.
What's Wayne Grow doing at that hotel?
Yeah,
Just
fucking
chilling.
like eating and taking shower, like baths and stuff.
Probably banging. Somebody's not supposed
Get
to.
on an airplane, dude. Why do you
Maybe
want to hang
why is he
around?
They
Why
were
is he
headed
like
towards
in witness
LAX.
protection? If he's
I'm talk-
like a serial killer too, though.
He's not in witness protection. The cops are only observing him because Henry
Oh,
Rollins said he's at that hotel room.
Okay, I see.
But like basically Henry Rollins, William Fichtner, Van Sant, and Wayne Grow, they get Danny Trejo to betray the crew, give up all the information.
Danny Betrejo.
Then they just
Damn.
chill that evening, and they're like, those guys aren't going to come back for us. They just are like the police are like searching for them. So I guess they think they're safe, but they should have been more careful instead of just hanging out at home. Because all three of them are found just like sitting around watching TV. Like Henry Rollins, the
I'm
police
not gonna miss
immediately
their
get him.
their show.
William Fichtner is watching hockey in like $1 million mansion in the Hollywood Hills, just like, well, I'm gonna check out the hockey game.
Yeah, how can
You
you
know?
relax?
Yeah, I
That's
don't know.
insane.
He'd
I
been
would
up
go,
for like
I would
10
go to like
days. And his
I would just go hang out at a hotel in Pasadena and get drunk at a bowling alley or something. I feel like nobody would.
It's
like,
really specific, right?
Yeah, it's like the perfect. Just go to Pasadena. Nobody gives a shit. Like they're not gonna. And then go to a
There's
bowling
a thing
alley.
about Pasadena.
They're like,
Yeah.
I found out the location of Waingro. He's in Pasadena, and then I was like, oh, I don't want to
All
drive to
right,
Pasadena.
let him go. Let him go.
Yeah.
Bowling alley.
Yeah, God. All those washed up actors
Nerd alert.
just drinking a $10 pitcher of beer.
No, so there's like, so we're bringing up the scene of him leaving to kill Waingro and leaving her. It's kind of that mix of those
Yeah.
two things of like it being the domestic stuff that has that like Michael Mann ambient, like ethereal music shit going on underneath it, and then like the action juice part where he's going to like kill Waingro and stuff. And that's kind of a unique thing about this movie as a crime movie is that ambience that Michael Mann does. That's like his thing. That ambience, like Moby, you know.
Yeah.
He's using Moby.
Well,
It's working. My God, is it working?
electronic scores like that. Yeah. I mean,
is it work? By George.
Moby's on fire.
but of
in this
course,
movie.
you know, the guy who's a big influence on Michael Mann and a big influence because Christopher Nolan's also influenced by Michael Mann. Michael Mann's influenced by Ridley Scott. So like there's that element of Blade Runner where it's just like electronic music playing and like Decker's in his like flying car, just like riding around, and like thinking about Sean Young. Like all this shit goes back to film noir. And like
the snowboarder.
Yeah, the snowboarder. So like all these story plots go back to film noir, but all the style, I mean, Ridley Scott doesn't get enough credit for doing what he did with Blade Runner. Because that shit just changed everything.
He really like set the bar for movies that are awesome, but way too long and kind of like incredibly boring in parts, that specific sweet spot of a movie.
Here's the thing about Ridley Scott. He's our greatest hack. I was rewatching G.I. Jane after that slapping incident. That movie's insane. The production levels of G.I. Jane are off the charts. Like I forgot how fucking insane every shot is, every bit of lighting,
you have to make it look good because
like
nobody would believe a woman could hang in the military if it didn't. You know how much they had to cheat that movie?
Screenplay.
Spent like $100 million on making that convincing.
It's like a horribly written movie.
I mean, yeah, it's cheesy as fuck.
Yeah.
Even then, I remember watching it at like 13. I was like 13, and I remember watching it, and my dad was like, "That's cheesy as fuck." And I said, "I remember just looking up, dope, dude." And him and I high fived, and then we went to a strip club, and he let me. That's when he bought a prostitute for me, and I had sex with her in the alleyway.
I had sex with her.
It hurt.
Oh, you got pegged?
No, it just hurt. I fell in love, and she didn't want it. It was not mutual. I'm 13. What am I going to bang in a hoe in an alley? What am I going to not fall in love? So that's my experience with G.I. Jane.
That's why I don't bang 13-year-olds, dude. They fall in love.
So you and your father were watching G.I. Jane and they said this is bullshit. So you went to the strip club to feel better.
No,
he bought you a prostitute in the alleyway, and then you got hurt.
No, he bought her inside. Yeah, and physically it hurt a little bit, but
he just jerked off like in the corner.
No, he left. I hadn't seen him since. It was 20 years.
He kind of like wanted to go out on top, do like an ultimate dad Sunday.
Yeah.
The heat was around the corner and he had to leave. So
he had a dip. Yeah, he came up to me and I saw him. I was still sitting in the passenger side and I saw him and he just looked at me and shook his head and then backed up and ran away and I never saw him again.
So let's talk about the best scene in the movie, the bank robbery.
Yeah, damn. Incredible.
So they cut the alarms, they walk in, they all stand around, then they put on their masks. I guess they're secure because there's no cameras. So
yeah.
You're saying they take off
there's witnesses.
No, they put on their masks inside the bank. They walk in the masks and they put them on. And then De Niro says a lot of the same things from Point Break. I wonder if they're both influenced by the same robbery or something. But
When did Win come out? Which came out first?
Point Break came out way before this. 91.
Like
versus
91?
91 versus 95.
Yeah, and that's like the same quote. That's what I was thinking when I was like, "This is the government or the bank's money. We're not taking yours.
Yeah.
It's insured."
Classic robber bullshit.
Walking on the counter.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
you
they love
gotta.
doing that.
You have
They
to.
just everybody wants to
platform.
do that, but only robbers, really take the liberty to do it.
You can't do it anymore because they have glass walls.
Now killing Zoe,
Because of COVID, right?
Thanks,
killing
God.
Zoe, they never did that. That was a missed
Fucking
opportunity.
COVID.
Was a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
I would love to see
That's
those
'cause
French guys on the counter walking around.
it's more of an American brashness, I think, that causes
No,
know,
you have to make
everyone
it
to
an.
want to do
It's,
that.
it's like smart. It's a smart tactic because now you're above everybody with a gun yelling. So it's like primal instinct means you're the
Yeah, but
in
you're like
charge.
dancing and like doing the Pee Wee's Big Adventure dance on the bar kind of thing.
Everybody's having a good time.
That would be insane. I would be
You're just
terrified.
getting that out of your system, and then you're
Like, what is-
continuing.
Was this
with
guy the
robbery.
Joker?
Yeah,
Was this guy the freaking Jokey? Mr. Jokes?
dude.
So
Pee
Pee Wee
Wee as
Herman
the
was in the
Joker.
Pee Wee Herman was in the Groundlings.
Yeah,
It'd be cool if that would
And
like
And look what happened. Look what happened to him.
the cast of Pee Wee's original special were all
His name was
bank
Peter
robbers.
Herman before he started.
Pee Wee
Ground-
Those
Herman,
would be,
He was
dude.
a
Those would be
financial
the best.
advisor in
Phil
Beverly
Hartman,
Hills.
Phil Hartman.
If we robbed a bank and we did it in Pee Wee Herman or Pee Wee's Playhouse mask,
Lawrence Fishburne, Cowboy
yeah,
Curtis,
totally. Missy Vaughn is somebody. She's great in that.
and then just a globe,
Missy Vaughn's the best.
a globe with a mouth and a
Glo-
face with
Globy.
a gun, just running around.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Adam
Like a
dresses up
puppet.
as the chair. Adam's the chair, so like the most
Just like sitting in
cumbersome.
the corner with an assault rifle, be like, "Fuck, this is really hard to rob a bank." No, dude, I'd be Zombie,
Waddling.
man. I want to be Zombie. Yeah, or Billy Baloney. That's who I would be if we robbed.
No, dude, you're the chair or one of the little creatures that live in the wall.
They're like, do you have any idea how expensive
Lucky.
Yeah.
improv classes are? They're trying to rob the bank,
Yeah.
pay for it.
Please, I need this.
I'm gonna need everybody to yes and their money right into the bag. It's like clearly they're an improv troupe.
I
Yeah,
moved
they
to LA
really
to be
give-
an actor,
Fade to
now I'm a
black.
bank robber.
Yeah.
So
And scene as they leave.
they get the key. So they have like the information
Thank
that
you,
all
everyone.
there's giant cash deposits before paychecks are given out. So that's cool. And then they
Oh, yeah, they
that
time
was
it
the
out.
yeah, that's their high.
so there's just
yeah.
bags of cash and they just fill up duffel bags and they're walking out and they're feeling good. Tom Sizemore's happy. I love when Tom Sizemore comes out, he opens the front door and then gets in the back. Does a
Yeah,
little,
what was for the next
For De
person.
Niro. Yeah. So De Niro gets in.
They're a
then
good team.
Val Kilmer's coming out, and then he sees the cop. Now Henry Rollins gave his real name, and then
He's like, I'm Henry
told-
Rollins. I'm an actor.
and
Sorry.
Robert De Niro's robbing a bank downtown LA.
Sorry.
So Val Kilmer immediately starts firing, and he's getting it from
Chaos.
all direction. But
Dude,
apparently,
nuts. It turns into a mass shooting. Like literally, we were talking about it
So-
earlier, but like literally tens and tens of people have like innocent bystanders just get murked. And I am not even upset because watching some of these extras or whatever,
Really
Like,
annoying
like-
extras.
All of
I
them get
would
shot.
a lot of them get shot. There's at
you only
least
see
four where
cops.
they,
Okay, what's your
you only
point?
s-
no,
you
no,
only
no,
see
no. You
cops
see
get
them,
shot.
What's your point?
you see civilians get clipped all the time. Like
Okay.
rewatch that
They're
scene.
not
man.
killed.
So what about it?
They're
What
getting
about it?
shot. Well, okay. Like
Why don't
first
you
of
care?
all,
You don't care
first of
because they don't
all-
show you. They don't show anyone actually in pain. So you're like,
no,
it's not
I
gonna
don't
register.
care. I don't care because they're asking
Like
for
I
it.
saw a guy going,
Listen, if a bunch of people started shooting ARs, I would not stand up and look around. I would be fucking flat on the ground.
hey, what's going
In-
on?
And
Is somebody-
half of them were doing that. They were like running, and one
Incredible.
person didn't even crouch. Like, it just pissed me off on these extras. They're like,
It fucked up the movie. They completely
No, it
ruined the
didn't.
movie.
It just made me hate, because it would happen in real life. People would be like so curious, like they're just people are fucking
pissed you off
stupid.
about society.
Like Adam, it would be, and no disrespect, 100%, it would be you.
It'd be funny if Al
all
Pacino.
these dudes start shooting up, and then Adam would be like, "Hey, what's going on here, guy?" And then you just get.
I just want to see what's going on. I want to be like, hey, come on.
No, just cognitively, you couldn't process that a robbery was happening fast enough to duck.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Like Adam would be like,
No
"Is this
disrespect.
are they shooting
No,
a
no,
movie?
not at all.
What's
Are they
happening?
shooting?
What's going on? Is this a prank?"
And then William would be like, I've seen this one before in Heat 1995. 2 stars on this robbery. 2 stars on this robbery.
Yeah. We go, this is boring.
When I came outside my apartment one day in downtown LA, and I used to live across the street from the bank from Killing
And they
Zoe.
don't even shoot him.
They were shooting
Well,
Lethal
this is-
Weapon.
Makes them-
They were shooting Lethal Weapon, the TV show, and they had gunfire and cops
Yeah.
running around.
Fake gunfire.
And I was like, "This looks lame."
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
You're like, this
So
is
that's exactly what would
I'm
happen.
like, "Oh, this is Lethal Weapon." the TV show.
I don't think I would have written this.
I'm like, "This looks lame."
dude, it's like amazing living in LA, knowing that part of downtown where that shootout takes place. It's just like that scene is so amazing.
Where was that?
You
What
know?
bank was that?
That part of downtown where before it goes to the 101, right? And it's like
The 110.
the 110, right? Sorry.
God, this guy.
Yeah, I'm in Orange County.
Dude,
now.
you've been in Orange County too long.
Yeah, I love it. I don't practice.
I don't even remember the map.
But yes, they're really
But I
in a,
love it.
they used the
You
real
ain't got no
street
crystal
names.
ball, huh?
Yeah.
That poor chef, he's driving the getaway car and he gets killed immediately. Just shot to
Yeah.
shit.
Well, yeah.
Head
Yeah,
on the
I like that. I like that guy.
That was perfect though. They had to
head
do
on the
that.
steering wheel.
Because he went from out of prison,
Powerful.
shitty fucking bus boy job. And then he's like, you know what? I'm gonna push my boss over and take this heist. And he's
Well,
like
the
on
other thing
cloud
is, if
9,
you-
thinking his life's about to turn back around.
His
and then
wife told
immediately-
him. His wife told him. This is just until a better job. This is just until a better job comes along,
Yeah.
and this is the better job. So, the motivation.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
turns out it wasn't.
Ironically, he
Yeah.
died in a bank robbery. Who could have
Actually,
foreseen
dying,
that coming?
dying is probably the best
It
job. you
being
could
a
get.
bank robbery movie. Yeah. That is
Such-
ironic.
Such sweet irony. Oh, my life of crime has led me to my death.
Mhm.
Yes.
How
That made me
ironic.
No, it was his relapse that let him do it. It's like heroin. If you're going sober, don't get back into it.
You don't get addicted to the juice.
How would you
If
know?
you're already, because I've been addicted to heroin. Just like William, you understand what
Ryan,
heroin.
look, Ryan knows what he's talking about.
William.
Can we talk about the movie?
Yeah, how
and
do you
try to
think?
finish
How
the
do you think I
episode?
got so?
Yeah,
gone?
we got to finish. No, dude, you look good.
Yes, because the final scene is the best final fucking moments of any movie.
No, we gotta talk about the bank robbery still. So they're having a shootout with the police. Apparently, this is taught in Marine classes on how to get out of
Oh shit.
what's it called?
Because it's like
an ambush.
Because
Or an
they're
ambush.
trapped, but and like move beat by beat.
Yes.
Also, the way it's directed is like amazing. Like you're just like with them, like as they're running, like in these close-ups and stuff, and just like looking at the downtown of like one of the biggest cities in the world. That is like one of the main streets where they're shooting like an insane amount of assault rifles,
Using real
and they're going up, like stopping, taking cover, coming out, shooting.
It's
Like Val Kilmer looks
it's
like so badass in this
so
scene.
fucking cool, dude. So cool. And it's
You know
like
who
chaotic.
you know
but
who the
also, like,
backup casting for
strategic
Val
at the same
Kilmer
time.
was?
Oh,
Johnny Utah.
oh, really?
Keanu?
Yeah.
He
I don't know. That would have been.
he was the backup in case Val,
Val
Kilmer.
Kilmer is perfect though.
Yeah, I think Val Kilmer would. That I mean, anything Keanu, but I don't think Keanu could have brought that kind of manic Kilmer energy.
I just really liked his like focus and stuff in those moments, and yeah, like everything
Well,
is very like exactly.
One thing this
how
movie
it should
does
be.
is because you have De Niro and Pacino in it, it makes everybody else way better than they normally are. And these are still
Yeah.
good actors, but like Tom Sizemore and Kilmer are both playing it really down. And they're normally very
Oh, true.
loud and brash and just show offy. Like they're just amazing in the movie. And I think De Niro's energy keeps them all like they don't want to fuck up. Like they're both of them. It was like a dream come true. Basically,
They're trying to do a good job.
Yes, and the script's really good. So yeah,
Not
they're
just being
able
like,
to
whatever.
advance. Kilmer's shot. De Niro rescues him.
Ryan's
They-
on his
they-
phone, by the way.
They completely cheated.
Yeah, I'm looking up if there's.
Oh, nice.
I'm looking up the scene. I'm
so
listening.
they
What'd
they
you
completely
cheat?
cheat.
Sorry.
Shut up, Adam. So they completely
Sorry.
cheat the movie, and they jump like a mile away to a grocery store. There's no grocery stores downtown with a parking lot like that. So
Mm-mm.
De Niro's able to drive away. I can't believe there's no helicopter chasing him. There's LAPD helicopters in the sky all the time, just waiting to follow someone, you know?
If they're flying them for no reason.
Them Blue Jays, baby. That's where our tax dollars going.
They really do fly them for like just to like make sure that they don't get a reduced budget with that stuff like the following year.
Well, that
no reason.
and it's a real bat signal situation. They want people to know that the cops are out like flying around.
I did feel like during the George Floyd stuff, I felt like they were doing
Who
it. Like,
cares?
kind of-
Shut up.
Okay.
What are you
All
talking
right, let's finish the
about?
episode. You're right. Because we got to get to my story. I
Shut
flip-flopped
up.
story.
You just have no
That'll be a
barometer for what's
pay-
boring.
Patreon exclusive.
So
Yeah, maybe we should say.
they get away. Tom Sizemore, unfortunately, this poor fellow.
Yeah.
He had it all. He had the money. He had the savings. He didn't need the life of crime. Well, he gets trapped. He does the mature
He
thing,
should've-
which is to grab a 4-year-old girl and hold her hostage.
Mhm.
Like he just held her though. He didn't even like cover his own face or like, bro, you're gonna get sniped.
Pacino shoots
He was
him. in the
pretty
head,
gentle
kills
with
him.
her. Yeah. I mean, you know,
what
he
a
could've
what a
shot the girl.
lame way. Also, this is a very pro cop movie, right? They make all of the criminals like look like
Bad,
fucking
and all the cops
kumquats.
good.
It's kind of a pro criminal movie too, though, because it makes them say it makes them be like, oh, we're the same.
I would never, even if I was a bank robber, I would never pick up a child and use it as a human shield.
Well,
I would
you
just
never
shoot
be a
the,
good bank robber.
I'd shoot the child and then use it as a weapon. Use the swing the kid around and use it as like a
Nunchucks.
some sort of nunchuck thing.
Body armor.
I would
Use
duct tape like 17 kids around me. Like, as
Walk into the
armor.
bank.
Well, if you kept them alive, then
That's a genius idea, dude.
No
one's
they're
gonna-
just squirming
you're
all
like-
over your body.
they're
That'd be
just shoot through the
terrifying.
dead kid. Right.
No, they're alive,
So
squirming.
unfortunately, Tom Sizemore dies. His wife watches on TV and she sees her husband died. But she's rich, so she's fine.
She sees her husband die the most cowardly way a man could die, using a child as a human shield.
And he has kids that age.
First-
Yeah.
Yeah, and
That's a
first
nice-
of all,
So,
not practical. I know that was all that he had to grab, but you need a full-sized human to make an efficient human shield.
to cover your
That was a
body, yeah.
hostage.
Or 2 kids in a trench coat. You know,
You should have
Yeah,
gone
it's
for a
both-
big
both.
person, then maybe Pacino wouldn't have shot him.
But I do feel like he was gentle with her, and now that I've remembered that he has a kid or whatever, because he said it.
Gentle with her. What are you fucking talking about?
Oh, he's
did-
kind of like coming, and he's not like come here, you fuck. He's not
not like
being,
grabbing her by the
mean.
neck or
Not
the
even-
hair
she's
or
not even
whatever. Yeah.
crying or whatever. By the time after he gets killed, and
She's
shit.
laughing.
Imagine
But it's
Adam
like
on a
he's a dad.
jury.
This is a touch to this performance that's very good. I'm
On a
saying.
jury. He's like, well, he's like nice.
There's
when
a
he took the
touch
kid
to his
hostage.
performance.
When he took
Yeah,
the
we're
kid
like,
hostage, he wasn't like yelling at her.
Look, I'm a dad. I can tell that your dad.
It sounds
You
like
know,
you're in love
gentle.
with Tom
That's
Sizemore and you
that's
want him
a
to be your dad.
That's 100%
fucking-
gonna be, no disrespect at him, but that's 100% gonna be your kid, because you're gonna see a mass shooting going on downtown and you're just gonna bolt and leave your kid in the middle of the street, and then
Oh yeah, my kid will be like susceptible to be grabbed by the
yeah.
guy.
Well,
Yeah.
they go
No.
to the doctor. Jeremy Piven fixes him up.
Jerry Piven as a doctor, no,
He's
That dude
bald.
sucks.
Kind of works. You know, there's like something kind of makes him seem smart. Is what I'm
No,
saying.
I don't want any of my doctors to have any weakness, especially the weakness of baldness.
Yeah. Poor genes.
I'd rather die
Well,
using a child as a human shield than die
What
a
a buff
hero that's
doctor.
bald.
dude,
You want to make a Schwarzenegger?
I don't want a
Some
fat
guys feel
doc. I'll
like
tell you
that.
that much. I don't want a fat doctor telling me how to be healthy.
there aren't a lot of super fat doctors.
Yeah, they all got diabetes.
Imagine if your
and
doctor came
died.
in on a rascal.
I've had them, dude. I've had them.
like a driving.
You're like,
I've
are you
had
sure?
fat doctors
You know what
who
you're
go
talking.
show.
He's like, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
He's fine.
Your
Does he eat a bear
cholesterol
claw?
is very high.
I don't know. I feel like I should get this checked out. He's like, nah, yeah,
Yeah, no, I'm looking at it. It's
eating a turkey
fine.
leg.
Yeah, it's just grease everywhere. You
He's
got a little
eating
bit of
M&Ms.
yeah, so your X-ray was pretty concerning. Looking at your MRI,
He's
until
got-
I realized it was just some chicken grease.
He has a big
smeared
gulp.
on the-
Yeah.
A giant 64-ounce Coke. AM PM
Just-
cup.
I've got a
My
Mountain Dew.
cholesterol's a
I've
little
literally
high.
have a Mountain Dew, one of those in my closet, right back there.
He's like worried about you, man. Your numbers aren't looking so good. He's just like tapping a vein right in front of you. Shoots up. Just falls asleep in his chair.
I was
You're
like, "What
I'm
is
gonna
that,
go."
Doc?"
I'm like waiting.
His
for him to
hands are
finish
still
his diagnosis.
his hands are still on your nuts. He hasn't told you to cough yet. He, he passes out with his hands on your nuts. You're like,
It's
do
a cheap
I
coffee.
cough or
Is that good?
Yeah.
his grip gets a little tighter because he's having a scary dream or something? Yeah, you just try and leave. You just try and get up and leave, but he's like, what in his dream? He's like, Daddy, don't leave. So he grabs a little tighter, and you're like, oh fuck. He's just holding hands with your balls.
Scary dreams.
And the nurse comes in,
Why?
and you're just like, the nurse comes in, and you just throw your hands up, like, I don't know what's going on. And she's just like,
It's
"Oh,
just you-
shh." And she turns on a little night light and turns the light out, and it's like ding, 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 ding.
It'd be nice to wake up if you were shooting heroin. You woke up in like a crib with like a nightlight and
What?
gentle music.
That'd be
That
terrifying.
probably is an awesome way to wake up.
You-
You know?
No, you'd wake up and you'd be like, did I turn back into a baby?
Yeah,
What
you're
kind
like,
of
I'm a-
drugs
You have a
was
I'm a
that?
diaper on,
baby.
so you can
It-
just
it
poo and
worked.
piss
Old diaper,
yourself.
just
I did
covered
enough
in
drugs
shit
that I
and piss.
actually went back to being a baby, which is what I truly want. Right, guys?
I think so.
No,
We're all just
Nodding
chasing
out.
that dream of being a baby again.
I want to be
So-
what you are before a baby.
I want to finish this podcast. So they
Yeah, me
have
too. I gotta go.
yeah, totally.
I'm having fun.
I do.
Shut up. Just
Oh,
have time
I
waste.
feel like I don't have a life. All right, go ahead. It's
So
Ryan's fault.
very quickly, everybody who foiled the bank robbery is taken care of. Danny Trejo is found near death. He's like, they got my Anna.
Yeah,
They got my Anna. And it's
That
like,
honestly
yeah.
was a really good Trejo performance.
awesome scene. Knowing that. Oh yeah, never mind. Go ahead.
And De Niro, what were you thinking? Not getting Wayne Grow? He escapes out of one diner parking lot, and you're just like, oh, I'm done with that.
How sneaky is this guy, by the way? He like literally runs away. He's right over him, about to shoot him because he gets distracted by a car. The guy sneaks off.
Yeah.
It's not distracted by a car, police car, but yeah,
Cop car, yeah.
it's not
Yeah,
like
they're like, hey, he goes, hey,
It's
hey,
like
hey,
there's
hey,
like
hey,
the
wait,
Oscar
wait,
Mayer
wait, wait.
Wienermobile. They're like, whoa, wait, look, check out the Oscar. Mayer
Oh, wait,
Wienermobile.
hold on.
Oh
Is it
shit!
stopping? Get a
Hi,
picture.
Fieri
My daughter
drives
will
by
love
and
that.
There's an ice cream truck. He's like, hold on, we gotta get some ice cream real fast.
It's Walking Burgers trailer comes
Yeah,
cruising by.
Let me get a Sonic the Hedgehog, a Ninja Turtle,
Fuck, he got
Rocket
away.
Pop.
And I know this isn't a thing yet, but I'll take the SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's that? SpongeBob?
Have Flintstones push pop, please.
And then
So he
all
goes,
four of them
kills
are
Wayne,
eating
grows
ice
awesome.
cream, and they're just like,
Fuck, he got away.
shit, we gotta work.
He's
Well, let's
sneaky.
Let's just move on to other stuff and not worry about that guy. So
Yeah.
He gets
De
away.
Niro ends up killing Wayne Grow at the airport, but Pacino shows up and they have a little chase on the tarmac, and
Yeah.
they're running around, and Pacino, I guess because he's all coked up, he's able to see him in the bright lights and
Well,
sees
the
the
light's
shadow.
blind. Yeah.
He
Oh,
sees
the shadow. Yeah.
He sees the shadow.
He really needs they should have kept the scene of him doing coke. I think that's like so
If
much
that's
better.
true, did I make that up? That's what somebody told me.
No,
That
it's
was
in-
like,
he just like is doing little key bumps, but I don't think it matters because
I think it doesn't.
It's like-
matter.
he's
It's
a
like
driven
still crazy.
he's still a
Yeah.
driven person. And
It's like to live and die in
is-
LA though. Like that
he's
guy
got-
should just
he's
be,
got
you should
coke
be
energy
showing him doing
without-
coke.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Makes it better.
I mean, the movie was already 3 hours long.
Yeah, that's true. Jesus. Yeah, it's a good ending. And then Moby plays and everybody feels a lot better.
Well, so
about
he
things.
pops him, he shoots him. The lighting, the framing, everything about that final scene is absolutely gorgeous.
they shake hands.
He grabs
No, he
his
holds
hand.
his
He
hand
holds
so
his
he doesn't
hand
die
right.
alone.
Yeah, and that they like
That's what
look at
that's
each
about.
other and
They
do
shake
like a
hands.
they do like a
Yeah,
head,
one
he
last
goes,
little
well
shake.
done. Business concluded.
Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it does have a
Dude, if
somewhat
a
of handshake
dying guy
quality, but-
held his hand out to me, I would just do a fist bump. Maybe I would
Yeah,
not.
I'd be
didn't
like,
hold
"All
his
right, dude."
he didn't hold his hand out though. I
I
think
just
this
be
is
like,
important.
all right, cool, dude.
You just
Just
walk
teabag
Feel
away.
really
his
bad.
hand.
Feel really bad. The bank robber
Yeah, you
guys
just
died.
you loosely put your nuts in his hand.
No, you teabag his
Definitely.
head still. It's still his
Like-
head. While he
Cool,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
You
well,
try to
so
kill
Al
me.
Pacino
Hey, dude,
put
yeah,
his
you
hand
cool, man.
out. Al Pacino put his hand out first, right? He like stared
Niro.
at him.
no,
De Niro
no,
does.
De Niro
Okay.
did.
But then
De
he
Niro does.
he gave him. He was like a formidable opponent, so he like gave him. He gave him that, right?
Yeah,
Well,
that's
also
mutual
in
respect.
99 out of 100 other movies, De Niro would have pulled his gun out again, and then Pacino would have to do like a
Oh yeah,
secondary shot.
Drop back, and pull the gun
Die
from his
Hard.
ankle and shoot him. Yeah.
Yeah, Die
movie's
Hard.
more
and
interested in,
Lethal
like, the-
Weapon.
right.
And then they just let him, and it's like a
Friendship.
beautiful friendship bromance.
Beautiful friendship of these two
Oh, you tying it
strangers.
Williams tying it together.
It's
It's
beautiful.
a friendship and bank robberies, and that's it turns out the best friend for every bank robber is the cop who kills him,
Mm.
not his
Yeah,
Well,
it's
yeah.
it's their soul.
It's
you
the
know.
yin and yang. Yeah.
not his boring
Soulmate.
Southern wife, girlfriend lady. Edie.
It's got to be there because
Oh,
they're
yeah.
right. They're essentially
Jesus
rivals,
Christ.
right? Oh, the Edie.
Oh,
Loser,
boring.
huge loser.
What about
ED.
Pacino's?
Yeah,
Screws
they
up
call her ED because any man around her has erectile dysfunction. She's a boner killer.
Yeah. He should have dumped her before he did the thing with Wangro.
You can just fuck a chick in New Zealand. They got boring
Yeah.
women like that.
Yeah, totally. If you want a boring woman, find one. in New
Go to
Zealand.
New Zealand.
Raid,
yeah,
raid.
Also, I
So-
think that's where hobbits live too. So if you're into hairy feet women,
So I'm gonna give this 2.5 stars. It's not that good.
What?
Just kidding.
what are you gonna give it,
Oh
Adam?
man.
Now let's see what Adam. He goes, oh, I'll give it 2 stars.
Yeah, Adam would be like, oh yeah, I'm giving it
He's always a
2.5 stars
0.5.
also.
I
I'll
mean,
do
there's a huge spectrum
2.75.
of ratings that you could give this movie reasonably. So it pretty much runs the gamut. Any
No, this is an easy
rating
5.
would be reasonable. No, dude.
Easy 5 for me. And I think every movie this month I've done 5.
Yeah.
we
I
rank
like
them?
friendship. I like friendships and robbery.
Should we rank them?
Okay.
Rank what?
The movies this month: Heat, Point Break. I didn't see the Sexy Beast. I guess. Well, I've seen it before. I would put the Sexy Beast at the lowest, though.
Oh no.
Yeah, I need to watch it again.
Over Killing Zoe?
Yeah.
I think Ryan
I
and
would
me
put-
are Sexy Beast above Killing Zoe.
That's okay.
I would put and I would put Point Break on the bottom just because feel like it's everywhere all the time on
Really?
TV and stuff. I've seen it a bunch and people like whatever. So that goes on the bottom. Not that it's not bad. Killing Zoe is third
Because I've seen it.
because I've seen it a bunch. Yeah.
Okay.
Killing Zoe is third. You know what? Killing Zoe's fourth. I don't even remember much of that. Is
They're not
fourth,
good
Point
bank
Break
robbers in Killing
third.
Zoe. They don't have a good plan. They
Not
just
at
sort of-
all.
Oh yeah.
They don't even get out of the bank.
Guy's a French idiot. Basically.
Yeah, but
compared
it's
to these
so. But that
guys.
movie was so
fucking-
cool. Like it was filmed. Yeah, no. Point Break fourth. Killing Zoe third. I'd probably put Heat as second and Sexy Beast as first.
Whoa.
I really, it's
Se-
cool.
Sexy Beast was more interesting
Not a lot of movies.
You just
chaotic.
like it because it's shorter.
in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Not a lot.
Heat
Yeah, the shortest,
fourth.
the longest. Not a lot of movies use cities, like impressionistically. I feel like this movie is used. LA is used like impressionistically in the movie, like when they drive Robert De Niro and the erectile dysfunction lady drive into the tunnel at LAX, and it gets white. It's like they're getting
Oh,
they're
yeah, that's
free, they're
cool.
in heaven
Yeah.
before. Honestly, that's the turn, the storytelling turn at the end, because it's like they go to heaven, and then he's like, "No, I got to turn off and go kill Wayne Grove."
I gotta go to hell, bitch.
It's a
They go
little
to
insight.
heaven.
They go
How
to heaven.
simple do you think
It's
this director is? Yeah,
Well,
so
I
I'm
mean,
thinking in this part it gets really bright because they go to heaven.
they
But then he
they
goes to
ascend.
hell to get Wayne
the
Grove.
spirituality of heaven and hell, what that means in terms of your soul and stuff.
So,
like that.
okay, what do you think the moral is of this movie?
The moral in
know.
this movie is fucking
Is fucking?
kill Wayne Grove. Like, don't be an idiot, De Niro. De Niro fucks up so many
He
times.
can't
hires
shoot
Wayne
though
Grove.
because the cops
he
there.
gets distracted at the restaurant.
Don't even hire the psychopath with the swastika tattoo. Like, don't even hire this Wayne Grove
Okay, that's
guy.
a little prejudice, Adam.
Cancel. Hashtag canceled.
Oh yeah,
Okay, let's give a guy a chance.
That's Wayne Grove.
let's give the psychopath a chance for our robbery.
Or maybe you need a hothead. Wayne Grove would have been awesome in that
You gotta.
shootout.
Hey, what do they
it would have
say?
been way better
You
with
gotta,
him than
Whoa.
anyone else.
You gotta
they
fight
would've
fire
got
with
it out.
fire, and when you got the heat on you, you need to bring the heat. Wayne Grove.
Well said, Ryan.
Nazis.
Oh, the
And
Nazis.
who brought the heat more than the Nazis? They literally gassed people.
That was over one of the concentration.
We can all
camps.
agree the Nazis came to play, right?
Oh, they showed up.
For them, the action definitely was the juice.
That was
Like, why are we
Yeah,
killing all these
the,
people and devoting all of our
Hold on,
resources
hold on. Adam, did you just say for them the action was definitely the Jews?
Yeah.
Yes. Like, why are we doing
this-
this? We're
okay.
losing the war. Shouldn't we devote more effort into like the front line? They're like, no, we gotta
Aliens.
The action is the juice.
kill. It's all about the Jews.
action is
We're
the
he-
juice.
We are here to kill the Jews. We are not here to win the war.
It's true.
Kind of funny that the guys that committed the Holocaust had like
It's pretty
these
funny.
really
man.
like
Very
proper,
funny.
like effeminate, like gay voices. All right, you want to hear my story, or you want to talk about anything else?
Sure, let's hear your story.
I have to pee. Is this the right time to go so I don't interrupt it? I
Yeah,
can
sure.
hear.
Tell your flip flop story.
Let's tell.
Yeah.
Okay, this is breaking news, y'all. Adam's flip flop story. You waited this long. Here it is.
So, are you're gonna leave? Yeah. Okay. I mean, come on. I got to do it. I got to tell it right if I'm gonna tell it. Can you be
Tell
on your
it.
good behavior? Okay. So I went to the Holocaust Museum and in flip-flops, and there's a part at the one in DC, and there's a part where they're like, after you kind of
No.
there's a part after you come out of, I was like on a trip going to DC. There's a part after you come out of all the crazy stuff where you see the horrors of the Holocaust and everything, and there's like a big open hall where with like steps down into the thing, and I walked. It was like a very quiet, somber moment or whatever. Everybody's kind of like feeling the intensity and the heaviness of what they just saw. And when I was walking down the stairs, my flip-flops were like so loud that everybody turned and looked, and I had to walk down the entire flight of stairs being like so. And
How old
I
were you?
felt bad for wearing flip-flop. I was like 19 or 20.
You're just a stupid fucking idiot.
Well, I was wearing flip-flop. It's like they're not a problem until you're in the Holocaust Museum.
Didn't you know you were
Before
going
then,
there? Or
they're-
was this an impulsive thing? Like,
Why
hey,
is
hey.
that a bad? I'm a
Shut
Florida
up.
boy. Okay, I'm always wearing flip-flops.
Oh man.
So that's my story. Thanks for sticking around.
Adam,
Thanks for listening. Not on
just
film.
fucking wear shoes. If you're listening, everybody listening, wear shoes. Get flip flops for wearing inside of your house. Indoor flops. Don't wear fucking flip flops too.
In the
This is
summer,
why
it's hot, dude.
I just hate Adam being excited to tell this story.
I wasn't. I just wanted to tell it. Like,
He's like, "Oh yeah, I got a
Get it
great
out.
story that where I'm a fucking idiot, and I'm gonna
where
tell."
I ruined this entire tourist group's
That's the worst
Holocaust
part.
experience by having disgusting bare feet in a public scenario. Get shoes. Anybody listening, do not wear flip flops in public, you nasty fucks.
I got nice feet, dude.
I'm a Florida boy.
I'm a
You
Florida
just-
boy.
Yeah,
He just
that's
says this dumb
disgusting.
shit.
Also, don't do that. To anybody listening, if you're a Florida boy, don't be. Just don't.
Hey, you can't stop us. Sorry, we gotta be.
Were you
Okay.
drunk?
No.
So you're just like,
So-
God,
I was
you're
at the
not even a
Holocaust
real-
museum.
You're not even a
Yeah.
real Florida guy.
Sober?
You're
Going
just-
to
Adam's like, I'm crazy. I'm a Florida guy.
He's looking at
Florida
the pile
boy.
of shoes, all the children's shoes.
Whoa! He's got
And he goes, notice there isn't any flip flops in that.
it's one of those neon green long drinks, with the crazy straw. Like
Oh,
New
man.
Orleans, it has like
Yeah.
beads around his neck. He's like,
And they're-
damn. We got Jews in Key
Yeah.
West.
We got shoes.
Yeah, Miami's got a lot of Jews too.
And so these children had to lose their shoes to walk quietly so they wouldn't be caught. And then you just hear Adam's nasty, sweaty Florida
Right.
feet.
Hold on a
in flip-flops.
That's very funny what you're saying, but you're also a complete idiot who thinks that the shoes of the Holocaust
I'm
museum
not.
are
I'm making a
kids
bit.
that took
dude.
their shoes off
Shut
to
up,
I'm
shut up,
making a bit.
sneak around.
Here's
to
like
be sneaky.
eating chicken wings. Got buffalo wing sauce all over his
Yeah, yeah.
fingers.
I'm on a rascal. I mean a turkey leg.
Because they're just wooden clogs.
Yeah.
And if you're hiding in wooden walls, you're not gonna want wooden clogs. So you're going barefooted.
Yeah.
He's wearing
That
a
makes
Momo.
sense.
Did you
Makes
did you
sense.
not learn anything from this museum trip?
Okay. Ryan's been to the Holocaust Museum.
No, I
It's
haven't. I just
hot.
heard.
Takes his moo off. He's got his shorts and a tank top.
Ooh, it's hot in here.
Wearing a Gators mesh trucker hat.
Yeah, you got any Gatorade? Hot.
There's a big fat dip in his mouth.
Love Gatorade in Florida. That's all we drink. All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. Gotta go.
He's just coughing in people's faces.
You don't get to end the show.
Come
Just
on. We got it. Ryan said the thing about the
gross ass.
shoes and my flip flops.
Gross
Let's go.
ass.
You can go.
Oh God.
I'm gonna
Go
go
check
I'm
on your
going to.
family.
This is the
I'm gonna
true
go play-
ending of the
I'm
show.
gonna go play Borderlands 3.
Well, what about next?
Okay, we're doing that, right?
What about
What's
our
the
next
next
movie?
month?
Next.
Oh
movie.
yeah, let's see it.
Next theme.
Let's see it.
Let's hear.
What is the
Let's see
next
it.
theme? Do you know?
You're gonna like this. Cool cops.
No, more cops.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
more cops.
ACAC.
Cool
All
cops.
cops are cool.
All
All cops
cops are.
are cool.
Sweet. What do we got? Or do you know yet? William has to.
Also, that's
insist
Thinking,
on-
ACOG. That's
there's a lot
ACOG.
of
ACOG.
good
All cops are cool.
possible movies, but
ACOC. Yeah, To Live and Die in LA, of course, right?
no. He's
Time
not a
Cop?
cop. He's a Secret Service agent.
Oh, right.
What about Time Cop?
That's a good one.
That's a cool cop.
RoboCop?
Yeah. All right, yeah, we'll figure it out.
No, we're talking, Random.
RoboCop?
Radam. RoboCop was a
is-
cool cop.
Is he
So
cool?
RoboCop 2 is. We also did
Ooh,
RoboCop already.
Port
but
of New
RoboCop 2 is
Orleans.
kinda
Bad
like-
Lieutenant. Port of New Orleans.
Oh, Bad Lieutenant. Or Port of New Orleans.
Have you seen the original Bad
The
Lieutenant?
Nick
Ryan?
Cage. Is that with?
Harvey Keitel.
Oh no, I was gonna say Bronson.
No, that's a cool
Co-starring
cop.
Harvey Keitel's penis.
Oh yeah, Charles Bronson has a bunch of cool cop movies.
All right, we got a lot of good options. So,
Rush Hour.
Definitely 80s.
oh shit.
1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just every month I can
Okay,
put
so we
Rush
have
Hour.
three weeks picked, and then Time Cop.
And then the
Time
Jet Li
Cop.
cop one. Police story. We could do another police story. See, that's too it's too open. Cool cops.
The Jay Leno cop movie.
Oh, the one with Pat Morita.
Yeah.
That's a buddy
I gotta
cop.
go.
But yeah, these cops got to be cool. Got to be cool
like,
cops.
like So like Bad Lieutenant is a cool cop movie, right? It's Port of New Orleans specifically. I haven't seen the other one.
Well, the first one's cooler.
Does he do drugs and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, that's
yeah.
dope.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty cool.
What I
Yeah,
really want to
cool,
do is
keep on.
Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Is he a cop in that movie? You ever see that?
Stone Cold? I don't
I've
think
seen
so.
it. I don't remember it though.
Brian
All right, see you
Bosworth.
later. Thanks, everybody.
Where are you going? Oh, he's gone.
What a weirdo. What'd you
He's
say the movie
always-
was called? Stone Cold?
Yeah. Is he a cop in this movie?
No, I'm just getting a bunch of Steve Austin. God damn it.
Look up Stone Cold 1990.
I've got a really cool cop movie that I can't. Okay, so how does it's got to be like police officers? Samurai wouldn't count.
Yeah, he's a cop. Joe Huff is a tough Alabama cop who is frustrated with a system that handles criminals with kid gloves. Look up Stone Cold 1991.
I'm looking at it. I want hair like that.
This shit is cool.
Who is that?
It's former football player Brian Bosworth.
God, dude, I missed the blonde hair, mullet, and one earring. The one
This
long
movie's
earring.
so funny.
You know what's funny is that's back now. That style is what these fucking kids are. These 20-year-old kids are doing.
Of course, dude. 1991 is the shit.
No. We fixed all clothing and all styles in the aughts, the early aughts. We got rid of the baggy shit from the 90s and we combined it with
Well, now we're wearing
slimmer-
baggy clothes, Ryan, and we
these
got
kids are wearing baggy
mullets.
clothes.
I don't
It's
know why
fucking
you don't have a
stupid.
mullet.
I do when I wear a hat.
You should have Skrillex hair.
I mean, they're a good band. It'd be disrespectful.
Yeah, so Stone Cold, that's like the apex. Cool.
Let's start with
cop.
that one then. Let's do Stone Cold first. Next week.
Let's do it.
All
Cop's
right.
got to be that cool.
That'll be a good bar to set with the level of coolness. Cobra was technically a cool cop.
This movie is very similar to Cobra.
Yeah, it looks like it.
All right.
All right. Adios.